Tuesday Motivation Movers. It is your girl, the one and only Coco Renee. Yes, honey, she is back from the one and only Midday Boss Show on Rise Radio, the global station. Make sure y'all tune in to us if y'all love a little hip hop, R&B, old school, new school, all that good stuff. Definitely check us out. Our show premieres every Friday, 12 noon to 1 p.m., and that is Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you're more of a late night owl, you love to turn up at night, we got something for you too. We got the all new Midnight Boss Show that premieres at 12 midnight to 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so definitely check it out. Now, I want to give a big thank you and a big shout out and welcome and all that good love to all of my new subscribers. I do have a few new subscribers that just joined on board the Midnight Boss train. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are tuning in for the first time to the Coco Renee Motivation Movement, thank you and welcome aboard. This is a show where we talk about a lot of things that are spiritually based. This is not a religious show. I'm not here to give you a Bible story or a Bible lesson, although a lot of us can use it, but that's not the purpose of me doing this. I'm just using some of the evangelism skills that God has blessed me with and has credited me with. Although I am also in the flesh, I also have weaknesses. I also make a lot of mistakes. I come on here and I'm being my vulnerable self, and I'm 100% open like a book when I do this show, because at the end of the day, I want you guys to gain something from it. I'm not here to paint a fairy tale to you guys and tell you a bunch of lies. I don't want to sit up here in front, and I'm not here to try to sway you to be a Christian, or be a Mormon or a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not here for that, okay? I'm just solely here for the relationship with God. God don't care about religions. He don't care about none of that. He just wants to have a relationship with you. I'm just solely here to see, do you have a relationship with him? And if you don't, look at what's going on in your life to see, are there some things that could be better? How are you struggling in your life with relationships with others? Are you encountering a lot of challenges and tribulations that you just seem to never be able to get out of? Do you feel like you keep on encountering the same situation? You've been through it years and years and years. You can't figure out why it keeps on happening. You can't get the thorn out of your side. I'm here to give you some answers, some insight. I don't have all the answers, but you know what? With prayer, we can make some things happen, because God does all things through prayer anyways. So that's what we are here for. We are here to motivate each other, encourage each other, uplift each other, keep each other moving, because every week is a new challenge. Every week it is hard. We are going through so much stuff in the world as it is with the people we are dealing with. It's stressful sometimes, even when we try not to stress and we are in our walk, it happens because we're in the flesh. We're still human, and God knows that, and he's not going to fault us for having fleshly moments. But if we don't do righteous and we are doing wrong by him, we will be accounted and held accountable for it. So I don't want to say like you can go cut up and God ain't gonna cut you up. I'm gonna just tell you this: do what you want at your discretion and at your own risk, okay? But I would just say, try to live as best as you can, as much as you can in his image. When I say in his image, you just think about the light that he shines, all the positive attributes, characteristics that he brings. Even if for those who don't really believe, there's some people out there that might be watching the show and they are not believers of God. And if you're not, to each his own. I'm not here to persuade you to be, but what I will do is give you some insight on why it would make no sense to not believe. Because we go through enough life situations for us to have encountered enough moments to feel like God does exist. I don't know, for everybody, if you just feel like the earth is just taking care of you, because I hear a lot of people, oh, it's the energy. Okay, baby, well, where did that energy come from? Ask those questions. We gotta get down to the bottom of things, because people just think things are just floating around in the air and just happening around here. But that spiritual force of energy is what we call the Holy Spirit. And that energy around the world that you're feeling and those vibes is God. So you could call it whatever you want to call it. You could put a new title on it. But for us spiritual people, we know exactly what it is. We know it's the Spirit of God. He is always and will always be everywhere in the midst of anything. The moment that he brought you, gave you life, he already had put his spirit in you. So no matter what you do in life, you cannot detour away from that, I'll say, because he's going to always be there. You're going to always feel something. If you have a subconscious mind that makes you say, okay, that's not right. Okay, that doesn't feel right. That's wrong. Who do you think that's talking to you? What you thought it was your special energy, honey? Honey, please. That's what we call the Holy Spirit. Read these scriptures. Okay, get your life in these scriptures, baby. So today I really just wanted to talk about those energies. It's a lot of it going around, a lot of it traveling. A lot of people who are lacking faith these days, that don't have faith and no sense of belief at all. And then we wonder why they are struggling so hard and why we're struggling to have relationships with these people in our lives. We encounter people at our workplace. It can be not just the workplace, it could be your home. You know, sometimes it's within your household. Sometimes it's siblings, family, other things outside of the household. However, it is still something that really, really, how should I say? It is penetrating you at this very moment. It is something that you are finding yourself challenged with right now. Regardless of who it is, where it's at, you are encountering people that just have this negative energy. I mean, you could be at work talking to a customer on the phone, honey, and they will go off in a quick second over something so little. You're just trying to explain, you know, I've had a customer from a job way back when cuss me out over a catalog. And let me tell you, thank God I had the Lord in my life at that time, child, because I would have been upset and ready to hang up on that lady or cuss her out too. But the good Lord just showed me, wow, this lady is so, like, she lacks so much God in her life truly to be this angry over a catalog. We know it's not the catalog, lady. We know it's some underlying issues going on there. It's some deep-rooted issues. But this is the thing, when you are walking with God in your faith, He will allow you to see those type of things. He will allow you to decipher it a lot differently. You will recognize it off the back. And I will tell you, because of that, you will be able to handle people a lot easier. You will notice the challenges that used to really get you. They don't get you the same no more. I had one incident that recently happened. The old me would have been ready to whoop some you know what. Because that's how the old me used to be. I didn't care. I really didn't care. Let me tell y'all didn't want to know me 20 years ago. Because now I can't even say 10 years ago because I've been a good girl for a while. I'm not perfect, but I've changed from those ways of the rumble in the jungle. But a good 20 years ago, I was a completely different person. Any little thing would have set me off. I didn't care who you was. I didn't care if you was a man or a woman. You would get these hands, as they call it these days, okay? But I'm in a different place. So even things that irritate me and frustrate me, I'll be ready to go off. But I circle back and I'm like, hold on, reel it in, boo. You know what it is. Does this person got God in their life, honey? How's their relationship with God? That's how I look at people now. I start, I'm going to tell y'all, when y'all want to cut up with me, I'm going to start analyzing your relationship with God. Okay? Because that helps me to determine what kind of situation I'm dealing with you. So I'm going to just put it like this. We have to continue to pray. We have to continue to ask God to lead us and direct us and guide us in dealing with people like this that are very challenging, that lack a relationship with Him, that are struggling with their relationships with others. And sometimes their spirits, rub off on us, and we're trying our best to shake it and stay in our own, the best spirit we can under all circumstances we're going through. And sometimes people's energy will break us, that negative energy. And, but we have to remember, soldiers, just remember, stay on the course. Now, for those, I'm going to just wrap this up, but for those who are lacking a relationship with God, start praying. I don't care what your prayer is about. I don't care if you ask God, are you real, God? Just pray. Start having a conversation with Him. I promise you, as you continue to talk to Him, if you talk to Him at least once a day, your talk time will start increasing to a few more minutes a day, to 2 talks a day, to 3 talks a day, to having non-stop talks. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. But yeah, you'll get to the point of having non-stop talks each day because you're constantly in prayer and you don't even realize how you grow. Start with that because you're lacking, a sense of your inner self when you don't have a relationship with Him. And not to know yourself, it's going to be hard to find yourself. Okay? All right, y'all, I gotta go. I'm gonna continue to pray for every single person that tunes in and all those that don't tune in. I got everybody in this world in my prayer. We all need it. That is for sure. All right, until I talk to y'all the next time, I hope y'all have a blessed week ahead. Until next time, toodles.